Chapter 10. Summer. Sam Dawkins, Grade 5. So school ends and we figured that's that. We got away with it. When we went into the principal's office for that meeting, we all played dumb. Homework machine? What homework machine? We pretended we didn't know what he was talking about. There was no evidence. Nobody could prove anything.
Sam's mom. I was dusting his room, and I noticed that nice new computer wasn't there anymore. So I asked Sam where it was. He said Brenton asked for it back. I never called to check to see if that was true.
Police Chief Rebecca Fish. In early June, 2 backpackers came across some junk scattered around the bottom of the canyon, not far from the river. It had obviously been dropped off the rim. Luckily, the stuff didn't land on them. The backpackers alerted the park ranger. He contacted me. Most of the pieces were too small to identify, but a few things looked like they might have been part of a computer. Who chucks a computer into the Grand Canyon? I put out the word to all the companies, organizations, and schools within 10 miles. We have strict rules against dumping debris in a national park, you know? Visitors want to see nature, not somebody's trash.
Miss Rasmussen, 5th grade teacher. I was washing the dinner dishes when our principal, Mr. Wilson, called and told me about pieces of a computer being found in the canyon. I didn't want to think that my students had anything to do with it, but I couldn't help but wonder. I told him I had a theory about what happened. I guess he made a few phone calls.
Judy Douglas, Grade 5. That was probably the most humiliating experience of my life. School had just let out for the summer, and the 4 of us were called into the sheriff's office. We didn't know why. Our parents had to come, and Miss Rasmussen was there too. They sat us down at this big table, and in the middle of the table was a piece of belch, the busted-up keyboard. Nobody had to say a word. We knew what had happened.
Sam Dawkins, Grade 5. So they ask if anybody has anything to say, and we all just sit there, not looking at each other. We could have blamed the whole thing on Brenton. I have to admit, the thought crossed my mind. He invented the thing, right? And he couldn't keep the secret. He invented the catapult, too. But I couldn't rat him out. Brenton was my friend. They had no evidence to tie us to the keyboard. It could have been anybody's keyboard. We could have gotten away with it. But then, Judy burst into tears, and the jig was up.
Kelsey Donnelly, Grade 5. Judy started crying, so I got up and said it was all my fault. I did it. Look, Brenton and Judy are geniuses. They shouldn't be prevented from going to college or doing something great with their lives because they made one stupid mistake in 5th grade. I didn't want Snick to take the rap either, after his dad died just a few months ago.